the scorching deserts of Dorne, water is more often more precious than gold. Places where water is abundant can be more valuable than the richest gold mines in the West. At one such place, thousands of years ago, House Allyrion established its seat. Hello, my name is Peter and welcome to another episode of Westeros Houses A to Z. Today we will be taking a closer look at one of Dorne's oldest and most influential noble families, House Allyrion of Goodsgrace. The origins of House Allyrion predates not only Aegon's conquest, but even Nymeria and her 10,000 ships. According to semi-canonical sources, the house was founded during the Andal invasion of Westeros, alongside several other notable Dornish houses including House Jourdain, Martell, Cargoyle, Santagar, Uller, and Wace. This makes House Allyrion one of the oldest surviving noble houses not just in Dorne, but in all of Westeros. The sigil of House Allyrion is Gironi gules and sable a hand or. In simple terms, this means a golden hand upon a red and black Gironi field. Let's break that down. The hand itself is a powerful symbol. In heraldry, hands can represent authority, justice, guidance, protection, and divine favor. In the case of House Allyrion, I believe it most likely represents the hand of God. The golden color, known as or in heraldry, traditionally symbolizes nobility, honor, and divine blessing. The background is described as Gironi, meaning the shield is divided into triangular sections radiating from the center like the spokes of a wheel. This creates a sense of movement and energy. Considering that House Allyrion rules over the waters of the Greenblood, the design may symbolize the flow and power of the rivers, upon which their wealth depends. The red color traditionally symbolizes courage and martial prowess, while black is often associated with endurance, wisdom, and strength gained through hardship. Taken together, the sigil seems perfectly suited for a house whose prosperity comes from protecting one of the most valuable resources in Dorne. As a symbolic interpretation, one might describe it as the hand that guides and protects the Greenblood. The words of House Allyrion are, "No foe may pass." Simple, direct, and fitting for a house guarding one of the most strategically important locations in Dorne. The seat of House Allyrion is Goodsgrace, located where the rivers Scourge and Wace merge to form the Greenblood. This confluence creates one of the most fertile and valuable locations in all of Dorne. Surrounded by life-giving water and greenery, Goodsgrace stands in stark contrast to the harsh deserts that surround it. According to semi-canonical sources, the castle received its name from the first Lord Allyrion, who, upon discovering such a beautiful oasis in the middle of the desert, dedicated the site to the Seven and named his seat Goodsgrace. Of course, we do not know who ruled the area before the Allyrions arrived. Perhaps the oasis had somehow remained hidden from the first men for centuries, waiting for the pious lord to discover it. Or, more realistically, Lord Allyrion simply conquered the previous rulers and claimed this jewel of the desert for himself. Before Nymeria's arrival, the Allyrions were among the many petty kings who ruled independent domains through Dorne. In fact, the Martells themselves were originally vassals of House Allyrion. That changed when Nymeria arrived and allied herself with House Martell. According to one legend, Lord Allyrion challenged House Martell to a board game in order to decide whether he would submit or remain independent. House won, and bound by his word, Lord Allyrion bent the knee and swore allegiance to House Martell. Whether true or not, the story reflects the historical reality that House Allyrion eventually became one of the Martell's most important and influential bannermen. Life in Dorne remained relatively stable until the Targaryens attempted to conquer the region. During the First Dornish War, Targaryen dragons ravaged the country. According to the histories, every major castle in Dorne was burned, only with Sunspear being an exception. The castle seen today is not the original fortress, but a later reconstruction, rebuilt after the devastation of the war. When Robert's rebellion erupted, House Allyrion lightly fought alongside the rest of Dorne in the support of House Targaryen. Although individual Allyrions are not specifically mentioned, Dornish forces participated in the Battle of the Trident, making it highly probable that members of the house fought there. At the beginning of the main story, House Allyrion is ruled by Lady Delon Allyrion. Unfortunately, little is known about her husband. Her heir is Sir Ryan Allyrion, who is married to Inys Ironwood. Together they have 2 sons. Rion also fathered a bastard son, Daemon Sand, one of the more prominent Dornish characters encountered through the series. Although House Allyrion rarely takes center stage in the story, it remains one of the most respected and influential noble house in Dorne. Its control of Goodsgrace and its close relationship with House Martell ensure that it continues to play an important role in Dornish politics. House Allyrion might not be the most famous house in Westeros, but its ancient origins, strategic location, and long service to House Martell make it one of Dorne's most fascinating noble families. From the oasis fortress of Goodsgrace to the waters of the Greenblood, the Allyrions have survived invasions, dragonfire, and centuries of political change. Not bad for a house whose strength comes from water. Thank you all for watching, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about House Allyrion. And as always, I will see you in the next episode of Westeros Houses A to Z.